So, gigs. Really love going to them. Gotta be careful about which ones you go to though. And I know that sounds really weird, but you just kind of have to like, you know, you have to kind of get in the mindset of who you're going to see. For example, on the 1st of May, I finally got to see We the Kings. Charles Trippey now plays bass for them. So, invariably, you know, you kind of get introduced to them in their videos. They're really good. However, they weren't the main act. They were actually the support act for Simple Plan. A band that I would love to have seen when I was like 13 or 14. But when you're 21, it's kind of weird. I mean, I never truly felt old until I went to that gig and saw Simple Plan play. They said during their show that it's been 10 years since they came out with their first album, which I actually bought. 10 freaking years. I would have been 11 when that came out. I mean, that shit just ain't right, folks! It ain't right! Don't know what persona just took over me, but I don't like it. Don't get me wrong, you could say exactly the same for We the Kings. They're not exactly a grown-up band, but just their general sound, plus the fact that Charles Trippey now plays bass for them, I'm quite a big fan now. This wasn't the weirdest part of the show though. Yeah, Simple Plan's bassist managed to be the creepiest band member I've ever come across. I mean, for someone who wasn't even the lead singer, he sure had a lot to say. You know, I think he actually interacted with the crowd like 10 times more than the lead singer actually did. That's kind of weird. For a crowd that's like filled with 13 or 14-year-old girls, you don't bleat out in the middle of the show, "I'm horny!" It's fucking creepy. I mean, of how many people were probably legal at that show, it was probably a very small fraction of people. You have to think about the parents for this one as well, because once the parents heard that, they would have felt a little creeped out and a little violated for their kids. Seeing as Simple Plan most likely know that most of their fans aren't even legal yet, why would you say that? What, you know, where's the necessity? I don't really like to know when my friends are horny, so why would I want to hear band members say it to their fans? I don't get it. And yeah, somehow this gig actually managed to get worse with what they were saying. Because it got to the stage where, again, the bassist was wondering how many of their fans could join him in the shower. Seriously, what the hell? Are you trying to get yourself arrested? Because the UK, you know, they're not as prudish as some Americans can be, but we have a limit, and I'm sure he probably reached that. This is probably what their fans probably really want to hear. This is what they die to hear. But surely there's just a better way of saying this. Did I just make my face into like a triangle? By the way, if you are at all curious, they settled on 10 people. 10 underage girls to join them in a shower. No words. But yeah, Simple Plan, please get a grip. You're the creepiest thing I've ever seen on stage. And I've seen people swallow swords live on stage. Anyway, I hope I've not come across as being a big prude in this, because, you know, I love my That's What She Said jokes. Michael Scott is a huge inspiration to me. Huge. That's what she said. So in my next video, going from this one at least, I'm probably going to end up, you know, with loads of wrinkles and probably Zimmer frame. So DFTBA, stop Coney, fuck Sam Pepper, and get the fuck off my yard!